wow. The return. Glory hath cometh once again. Lanier and Sons. 2018. It's on.
In the summer of the winter, in the deep south, they wanted them to go to church. They said, no, we gotta record the podcast. That's all I got.
Wow. Welcome back, everybody.
Glad to be here.
Or welcome for the first time to Romeo here.
Yeah, I love your top-notch audio introductions. It's just like I was there.
Shut up. All right. Lanier and Sons podcast, y'all. We back. I told you we gonna be back. We got on the championship this year, boy. I tell you, #1 podcast on YouTube. We gonna be back. Woo-hoo. I told you we gonna be back. I said Trump here. I said Trump. Let me tell you something. Lanier and Sons podcast, best one. He said I'll executive order that.
Jeez. It's
All
a
right.
dark time.
Who do we have here today in the channel, guys? Who do we have recording said podcast with us?
I'm Sil. Hello.
Hey, it's me, your old pal, Ash.
And Romeo, who doesn't know anything about what's going on right now.
Hey.
Hey.
It's okay. We dragged you in. Now you gotta talk about video games. No, don't worry about
That I
it.
can do.
Yeah, just go with the flow. You know, just talk about video games because we play them.
So it'd be real awkward if I didn't play any of the video games we talk about.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know it'd be a very uncomfortable time.
That reminds me of when we were doing a podcast about the New Orleans Saints, and Tori and Sil were in the channel recording as well. They don't care. And Tori's just like, yeah, football. Oh yeah, football. Like, hey, didn't Drew Brees throw for a lot of yards today? He's like, football, yeah. A lot of football. I was just like, oh,
True.
okay.
And actually, until Tori started doing that, I was completely convinced that you guys were talking about soccer.
Oh.
New Orleans Saints FC.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god. What if they turn the Saints into a soccer stadium? Like Rita Benson just says, you know what, we're done with football. We're going to play some real football. Uh-oh.
I mean, New Orleans would show up for it, that's for sure.
They'd riot first, but then they'll still show up at the Superdome.
Heck yeah, they would.
Freaking crazy.
We're here, but we're not happy about it.
Who dat gonna score the goal? I was like, what?
Jesus.
Man, that reminds me of that pizza place, Tori.
Oh yeah.
And all the all the sad, weird-looking people that were in there, but they had that banging pizza.
Mm-hmm. DeMarcus and I, when we went to Supercard of Honor 12 back in April, had lunch at the saddest pizza place on planet Earth in New Orleans.
But it was equally one of the most delicious.
You ain't lying, dude.
It was good.
Are you suggesting the sadder the pizza place, the better the pizza?
Oh, absolutely. That's why Chuck E. Cheese has such good pizza.
Ever since the Russians took over Chuck E. Cheese, they made the mouse skinny and everybody's sad. This mouse is too fat. Make smaller mouse. Destroy the Americans from the inside. We're gonna eliminate.
They've already accomplished that. Let's not kid anybody.
Robert Mueller's going after Chuck E. Cheese. We will start with their youth. Destroy their youth. Oh god. What are we doing? Oh yeah. We're supposed to be recording.
I was led to believe there'd be video game talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got too deep, dude. Started talking about pressing issues and stuff. But
Yeah, from things as recent as April.
What? Romeo, go to sleep.
Okay,
Hey, we've been off the air for a while.
We have.
Gotta-
We have. We
you
got
gotta
a
get
lot of
everyone
topics
caught
to
up.
cover.
We do.
Oh man. Before we start, how's everybody been doing?
Yeah.
Nah.
Just moved to Florida, working on life down here. So that's happening.
Saucy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Florida. I can tell you right now, it's still Florida.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Please don't do meth.
Don't,
Hey,
don't eat another human being.
I can't make any promises.
I mean, as a resident Floridian for my entire life, I can tell you the urges do get real hard sometimes.
Ooh.
I can imagine. I mean, if you live in a neighborhood where everybody's doing meth and everybody is running around on the street in their underwear having a real good time on meth, like I can see how you might want to be a part of that. I mean, people are social creatures.
Yeah.
Get
Sometimes you just
spun.
have to jump on the meth bandwagon.
Yeah.
You know?
And then, when I wake up in the morning, I have my daily dose of bath salts, and then I just wonder, is this the day I eat myself?
Yeah. And if you really think about it, like, is living life as like hopelessly addicted to methamphetamine really that bad? Because I mean, like, think about it. You wake up in the morning, you got to worry about going to work. You got to worry about getting a paycheck. You got to be worried about like how your family's doing. You know what a meth addict is worried about in the morning and every other time? Meth. So who really has it figured out?
And you still gotta go to work.
Mhm.
You still gotta go
But
to
you
work.
can do whatever you can do whatever you want for a job. That's the thing. Like once you start doing meth, like the whole entire world, anything that anybody could ever conceivably give you money for, like you don't feel like working your office job, just fine, go S&D.
So yeah, doing great. I think is how we sum that up.
Before we start our main topic, everybody knows today that we lost a man that is clearly responsible for like a quarter of the memes on the internet right now, and that was SpongeBob SquarePants creator Steven Hillenburg, who's dead at 57 years old, which is really young, if I have to say. It looks like the guy died from ALS, which is like a really, really rare, very rare.
What was it? That was Lou Gehrig's disease, if I'm correct.
Yeah, ALS and Lou Gehrig's Lou Gehrig's is the name for it.
Yeah.
And it's not a good.
Does this mean the ice bucket challenge is going to have to come back?
Oh goddamn Seal.
Yeah.
We should start it. That's how we get this party started, is we immediately
Is that
do
how?
an ice bucket challenge.
Is that how we're going to revive Steven Hillenburg?
But with
A whole bunch of
dry ice.
That's the key.
Oh.
Dry ice will kill you. What?
But think about how smoky that video is going to look.
Ooh.
But all with your skin burning off of your body because of the dry ice.
Show no pain.
Steven Hillenburg's gonna be in heaven or wherever, and he's gonna be like, "No, don't do that, please don't." Gosh, damn
Guys, come on.
it! Oh my god. Well, yeah, man. Rest in peace, Steven Hillenburg. Because I mean, SpongeBob is still holding it down. Like, it's crazy. Like, so thoughts to his family and stuff. I can't imagine what they're going through. So So, the main topic of the video is Final Fantasy XIV.
Shadowbringers.
Well,
Shadowbringers.
I hope that's actually what the menu says when you boot it up.
It's just like do
It will.
do. Shadowbringers. And I'm like, yeah, time to log in.
Yeah, that just happened.
It did.
They announced it at a fan fest over there in Las Vegas. Which
We still didn't go to FanFest this year.
hell no.
yeah.
No,
They need to pay us money.
they do.
You
Like,
too?
comment, and subscribe this video so the internet can pay for us to go to FanFest. Can we start a GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Freaking Mr. Happy, old caveman looking bastard. He got to go. He gets to go every year. But he's a
Does
really
look like
good
a
guy,
caveman.
man. He provides quality content to everybody. A lot of the stuff that I know about Final Fantasy, I learned from Mr. Happy, so he's awesome.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate I love him, honestly. Piece of garbage.
Jesus. Come on.
But
Tell us how you really feel. I think there's a lot of pent up
I ain't got nothing.
tension.
I'm gonna put it like this. This is a real life story. Back in 1967, hold on, don't be laughing. Back in 1967, my grandmother was marching for her civil rights. Okay, and the police showed up, and they sprayed my grandmother with a water hose at full blast. Okay, they sprayed her at full blast, and she got shot and almost lost her arm because of how fast the water was shooting her. The person who shot her, okay, was identified, and turns out the person who shot her with the water hose is Mr. Happy's great granddad. I swear to God.
I believe
I
that.
swear-
I was 100% thinking you were going to say it was actually Mr. Happy.
Vampires don't reel.
Mr. Happy's 200 years old. He's actually.
Are you saying he showed up to the march and he said, "Hey guys, Mr. Happy here," and they just let loose?
Just let loose.
Oh no.
It turns out Sly is actually a slave.
Oh.
Sly can't die until Mr. Happy dies.
It's like his vampire thrall.
Terrible.
But yeah, I ain't gonna get on Mr. Happy, dude. I ain't gonna get on Mr. Happy like that, dude.
You literally just did for the past 45 seconds.
We'll leave that for another video. I ain't worried about Mr. Happy. But, yeah, Shadowbringers, y'all. 5.0. And a 4.5 is slated to release in January, which is going to be like the transition patch going into the new expansion. That doesn't happen for another 6 months. So,
Heck of a transition period.
for real. So, what are y'all's what's y'all thoughts on Shadowbringers based on what y'all seen so far?
Well, I'm really. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, to be completely honest, what with this recent content lull, Shadowbringers completely like snuck up on me. Like I didn't see the trailer until like probably like a week until after it had probably come out. And to be honest, I'm hype, but I can't say I'm like super excited. I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been enough to keep me in the game recently for me to be like super like extra stoked. Like I'm excited about like, and you know what? To be completely honest, I can't even honestly say I'm too excited about Blue Mage. Like it's a real interesting concept. However the hell they're gonna pull that off, I haven't looked into it too much, but I know it can't do some duties unless they're like completely like preformed like parties or something, and that's gonna be interesting and weird, and I don't know how you're supposed to like, level it at all. Like unless you just have to go do like open world quests or whatever, in which case like boy, I hope there's like enough of those. But yeah, no, that's really all I got for Shadowbringers. I wanted Dancer as a job, but I don't think we're getting it.
It still may be coming, actually, based on some of the rumors.
I think we're getting it. It might be coming, but I don't think we're getting it this patch, or not this patch, this next expansion. And I would be hesitant to think that it would even come out during the course of the next one. I don't know. I'm jaded. I want a Dancer. The Geomancer I was expecting, but I'm sorry. Go on. I'm done.
Yeah, hasn't like Dancer and Blue Mage, haven't those been rumored since like before Stormblood even came out? So I mean,
oh yeah, everyone thought. I guess Final Fantasy 14 spoilers. If you haven't played Stormblood yet, everyone thought Lise was a Dancer like when the first trailer came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she was dancing.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
dancing on
to
the
be
hand.
fair, at the time that trailer was released, it had not yet been revealed in the patch that Lise was spoiler Ida.
Yeah. Everyone was
So
like, hey,
nobody made the fist fighting connection yet.
Mhm.
Well, folks better get it now. But I hear you on Blue Mage, because okay, so what, you gonna be in like T13 and you're fighting freaking what's that dragon's name? I can't even think of his name. Guys, huh?
Bahamut?
Yeah, you gonna be fighting Bahamut using his own moves against him. Like, what the hell? You're over here using
it'd be
supernova.
pretty cool though.
It would be.
I feel like it's not going to be like as direct of a. I don't know. I don't see how that could be.
I feel
I wonder if it'll be like if you just use your like absorb ability on a certain creature type, you'll get that move from that creature type. So it's not like you get an entire like cache of powers and abilities or whatever.
To add on to that, I believe that you could store up to like 50 moves or something. That's a rumor. I don't know how accurate that is, but they say you could store quite a bit.
That's interesting.
Could you imagine the key bindings?
I think it's going to be. I think it's questionable to assume that it's going to be as diverse of a like ability pool, I guess. That, I mean, like, yeah, it's going to be like diverse, but like I feel like it's not gonna. I feel like it's gonna be restrained in some kind of way that we're not expecting, just by like limitations of like the UI and like mechanics. Unless they like write something new in with the expansion that completely, I don't know. I can't even begin to theorize how Blue Mage is going to even work.
Maybe that's why there's a 6-month transition period between 4.5 and 5.
Maybe.
Get it all patched out.
No.
Yeah, I personally, the trailer got me hyped, especially how the Warrior Light goes through like all his different classes through the expansions. I thought that was really neat, and then like some of the enemies that I saw, and I'm just like, good grief! Like at first, I was thinking they said, oh, we're supposed to take the fight to Garlemald or whatever. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna take the fight to Garlemald, but like some of the creatures that showed up, like it looked like we were fighting God himself, dude. Like Jesus Christ came down and said, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, that angel thing and that lion?
Yeah.
Those are bosses in Amdapor Keep.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think I need to go back
Yeah,
and play Amdapor. Is that real?
Yeah, in Amdapor Keep, the angel boss is the last one. Hold on.
They made them look like they were like
Oh yeah,
top
they
tier
gave
in-game bosses.
they gave him makeovers, but that lion is in there. Hold on, where's this fucking boss?
Demonetized.
Oop.
Did I say a bad word?
Nah, you're good. Hey, whatever. We're having fun.
I'll say a bad word.
Was it an Amdapur? I don't know which. Hold on.
I thought.
I think
I've seen that angel boss before. I don't
Yeah.
think it was Amdapur. Hold on.
I think it was Lost City of Amdapur. People have been talking about that on like forums and stuff. I think it's boss from either Lost City of Amdapur or Amdapur Keep, one of the two. I think it was Lost City. I haven't
it is
done that
Lost
dungeon
City.
in a
Okay,
minute.
hold on.
I sure
Found
haven't
a
done it.
picture of the thing. Just pop.
Wow.
In the chat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she looked a lot better in the trailer. This looked like the trailer park version right here, dude. Like the statue's all dirty and whatever. She looked like serious in the trailer. And then was that Xenos that the warrior light was fighting?
Mm-hmm.
How many times we gonna fight Xenos? This man, we fought him twice, right? We fought him in Alamigo. Then we fought him again during the story. Then I swear we fought him again during another. Yep, that's the creature.
Mm-hmm.
That's the creature. Oh, that's no fun. They need to give us some new creatures.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Then we fought Xeno. Then there's this whole thing with spoilers, Ascian Xenos, and then now we're fighting him again. He's still here. He's like Naraku from Inuyasha, dude. We're gonna fight him for 118 years.
I am convinced that the Elizin that we saw from the patch before this one, with the came out of all that rubble or whatever happened, and he flew away on some kind of thing, and he was the Elizin, and he had some kind of Almegan resistance armor on, and he had a sword, and everybody was just like, "Oh, who's that?" for a second. I think that's Xenos. I think Xenos is still I don't know how. I don't make any claims as to the machinations of such a claim, but I think that's Xenos. And I think it might have had something to do with that fancy sword that he got that never got any kind of they made a big deal out of that it was some kind of oh, it's a sacred something, and then he just used it as a regular ass sword for the whole entire duration of Stormblood, and I never got anything as to what the deal with that sword was, other than ooh, it glows sometimes, and I guess it's really strong. But that seems like a weak premise for Final Fantasy.
Romeo.
Yo.
You're quiet. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, as someone who hasn't played Final Fantasy XIV in a very long time, I really don't know what to expect. I did play the original, Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward just by skipping all the lore, and then I started paying attention in Stormblood. So, I don't know what kind of story repercussions to really expect, but I'm still gonna play it. I can tell you that. But I don't know. It looks different. I thought it was really soon for a new full-on expansion to come out, but apparently it's on a 2-year rotation or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I guess now it's time. It's just a matter of I got a lot of lore to read or catch up on.
Oh, you've come to the right place.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
You see, Tori is the lore master, so
Romeo, I will straight up loan you my Encyclopedia Eorzea. Like, get ready. It goes deep.
Tell me, how much lore is this that you have compiled or have on hand?
Well, I don't mean to brag or anything, but instead of going to college, I did this.
I work at Taco Bell, but I know everything there is about Final Fantasy 14.
That's my life. That's my life.
I mean, everyone has a calling. I can't fault you for going after your passion.
Hey, it's a tough life, but it's mine.
Someone has to do it, right?
Tori's ready for his anime about getting stuck in a computer game.
Disclaimer, if you work at Taco Bell, no offense, we like Taco Bell, everybody here does. So, yeah.
Oh, that's a bold assumption to make.
If you don't love Taco Bell, I can't love you.
Romeo's like,
as a person.
Romeo's like, you don't know me. You don't know my body.
One time, and this might be a little TMI, but one time I was doing a thing that involved passing a thing around a room, and everybody puts their mouth on it, and I'm not gonna say anything about it.
But one time,
one time a dude didn't want to put his mouth on the thing that I had just put my mouth on. Because I was just eating Taco Bell, and he said that the really processed cheese was gonna like give him a stomach ache, and I thought that was the most fucking retarded thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
One time for Christmas, my dad got me Taco Bell, and I cried.
Oh my god!
Tears of joy, I assume.
Tears of joy. That's right.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Tori grew up in the fields, y'all.
By the holiday Taco Bell.
That's all they had. They had no Walmart. They had one Taco Bell the whole time.
Ho, 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 son.
I mean, on Christmas morning, you always have to make sure you have your fourth meal fix.
Beautiful.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. I just lost all train of it, dude. I'm done. Well, damn. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. We were talking about lore. We were talking about how much Tori knows about lore. We were talking about these recycled ass bosses from Amador in this trailer. We were talking about Xenos. I went off on like another 45-minute rant because I don't know how to shut up about how I think that Ellison from the last patch was Xeno. That's as far back as I can remember in this conversation.
Oh, this is what I was gonna bring up. So, Tori, before you got on, before we started the podcast here, Seal went off while we were doing a test about getting his phone stolen in a gay neighborhood. I'm gonna put that clip at the end of this podcast as like bonus footage, guys. It was ridiculous, dude. It's incredible. There's no
comeback.
There's no It's incredible.
Okay, I'm excited for this.
Oh, jeez. Well, Romeo, you haven't played much of Stormblood.
No, correction. I have completed the Stormblood story, but nothing since that point.
You haven't fought like Suzaku or anything like that?
You're asking me to remember over a year, and I'm going to say no. The last thing I remember doing was trying to heal through a trial and standing on a platform of ice that was getting shattered.
Ooh.
What class were you healing as?
Scholar.
Ooh.
Yes.
That Scholar boy.
Scholar
Yeah.
anymore.
Those two guys play Astrologian. I play White Mage. So we've got the trifecta, or the quadrifecta.
I was the only scholar in my free company. And I loved every moment of it.
Scholar was neat. I kind of miss having the fairies. I started with Scholar, and then as soon as Astro came out, I was just like, oh, that's aesthetically right where I'm trying to be. So I immediately dumped it, and I have not touched it since.
Yeah, I tried Astrologian, and then I was like, you know what? No, I miss having my little fairy buddy do 3/4 of my work. That's not true. It wasn't easy, and it was very challenging, and it was very fun.
I love Astro. There's something, dude. Astrology, like in any MMO or any class-based game, that class is just, oh my god, like it's so aesthetically pleasing. Like Seal said, it's, oof.
Yeah, but did you heal people with the power of knowledge?
No, I healed them with the stars.
Knowledge of the stars.
Yeah, I just kept forgetting it, so I had to consult my book every 10 seconds, just to be sure.
A big stick.
That's what happens when you skip all the cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
I should rename my Astrologian Space Force.
Oh no. Don't enable that.
We won't. You know what? I'm not gonna get on. I can't. That's another podcast, dude. That's another podcast. We gonna get Zach in there. We gonna get Zach in for that one, and we gonna get 3 of us against one against one Zach. We gotta get Zach in for one of those crazy ones. So, oh, crazy Zach.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What was it during the trailer? That was what, Thancred that had the gunblade?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we think that's actually going to be a thing, or?
I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a thing, to be completely honest. I think that I don't know. See, I know at this point that we're most likely, or at least I thought we were getting Geomancer for sure. Like, I thought that was like a totally like sure thing. Like, they're part of the Astrologian quest line. They're like, there's like a whole Geomancer like dungeon. It's like Tomb of Geomancer guy. There's like Geomancers running around just like chilling out in Hugane. I almost called it Asian Town.
Demonetized. Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, like it's the Asian city. That's the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Everything else is like gay, thou European nonsense. Let's go to church. It's cold out. We're elves. We're French.
That's where I'm from.
Y'all so stupid.
Thee thou.
Like the voice acting in the first like handful of cutscenes, and I mean like the very first handful of cutscenes is like almost kind of hard to listen to.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, I can't lie. I'm glad they kind of like curb that back as the story progresses a little bit. Like that people kind of start talking. They're just like, okay, we can't. It's exhausting to write like this for this long.
Now everyone sounds like cowboys.
Pretty much.
May I add something?
Yes.
Let me talk about Thancred real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Thancred went from looking like a complete dweeb to being Forbes' top 100 sexiest men of all time.
Oh yeah, Thancred got so hot. It's the scruff. It's the multiple beatings. It's the Asian possession. I don't know, something about
the multiple beatings.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of him, and he looks like if you took like young Dante from Devil May Cry and then crushed him up with freaking Leon from Final Fantasy VIII, and it's real confusing.
That's the penultimate best anime male character in history. 10 out of 10 will masturbate again.
Yeah, definitely. Right now.
We're gonna take a break here, guys. Anyway,
It won't take long, don't worry.
This was gonna be quick. Thancred.
I'm already finished.
Thancred's on my lock screen, dude.
Stop saying his name. No, know I'm playing.
Yeah,
But no, I'm excited for potential Gunblade job.
Here's my thing about the Gunblade, though. They bring in the Gunblade. Jesus Christ, what are you gonna do with machinists? People gotta choose between guns. They're gonna be like, am I gonna have this gun here, or are we gonna have a Gunblade?
Do I want to just shoot people, or do I want to stab people and then shoot them?
I don't know. I feel like it'll maybe be like the TP version of or the whatever. What's the action bar that's not mana?
TP?
Is it TP? Did I guess
TP.
that right?
Yeah, TP.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like the TP version of shit. What am I? Red Mage, only in reverse, where it's gonna be maybe close range most of the time, and then it can like duck back out to like do a
disengage
thing, and then like go back in.
I feel like they're gonna just troll us and make Gunblade the exact opposite, where the Gunblade is just melee focused, and then it backs out to shoot and then jumps back in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like, it's
literally
just gonna
what he said.
It's gonna be like it's gonna work exactly. It's gonna be like that's it.
I'm on drugs.
It's
I could have
just
sworn you said something. I could have sworn you said the
No,
red
it's-
mage rotation.
No, he said it was like the inverse Red Mage.
Inverse of Red Mage, yeah.
I'm
Where
on
it's
drugs.
gonna be primarily, it's okay. That idea was so good, it just inspired you from the
To
past.
say the same exact thing.
Yeah. Same page. We're good.
I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I might as well just do meth.
I mean, you could. I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about going to work after a while.
Oh God. Well, I think we covered all of our talking points or whatever. We already trashed Mr. Happy, and then we praised him, so we covered that as well, you know. So, anybody got anything else they'd like to add to our conversation?
No.
Oh, wait. There's one other thing I read.
Hmm?
Do you want to be a bunny person?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The
The
Viera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Viera will be.
I'll race. I'll Fantasia day one.
The Viera will be a female only class. I'm calling it right now, because I think lore wise, literally, they are all female.
I don't know. There was concept art for dude ones though, wasn't there?
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
Why would that be weird?
I don't know. I can't imagine a male
Does
Viera.
it mess with all of your like Lola Bunny fantasies that you've had or something?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna
at least you're
drop it.
honest.
And plus,
I don't like women in my video games. No,
Oh no.
oh, okay. That looks absolutely terrifying.
It actually
Jesus.
does.
It looks
Like-
like he looks like the bunny man from that one anime that just came out.
It looks like when my rabbit stands up.
You need to get your rabbit an exorcist then.
He's like 12 pounds now.
Holy cow, your rabbit will punch you in the face. I'd have to see what the character model looks like.
You know, that picture just makes me think, like, have you seen those videos of, like, kangaroos just kind of rearing up and then kicking the crap out of somebody?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure Viera could probably do that. And you die.
I'd say so. But may I add how Tori responded to you like, yeah, I do. like he watches them every day.
Look, I've seen some stuff, man.
Tori, what kills me even more is that Tori was quiet for a while. And then,
You guys were cutting in and out there, so my connection was going bad.
Probably in the middle of watching a kangaroo kick the death out of somebody.
it's taking all his bandwidth from his Taco Bell internet.
Oh,
Oh god. Well, does anybody else wanna add anything?
oh, I do. So I have an anime recommendation,
Oh.
which I'm not usually like the anime recommendation guy, but seriously, check out Skullface Bookseller Honda. It's an anime from this season that's been getting a lot of hype, and I checked it out on Sunday. And as someone who worked at a bookstore for a while, it resonated with me, and it's also hilarious as hell. And I like it with all the earnestness that I hope is coming across.
Isn't that like a super weird surrealist kind of anime or something? I remember seeing like screenshots of it, and, like, this is peculiar.
It looks surrealist, but in action, it's actually really relatable. It's a little bit like basically like it's like slice of life a little bit, just slightly exaggerated for laughs, and all the regular people are mostly replaced with like a skeleton and a dude with like a pumpkin for a head, and someone who's always wearing like a fox mask, and it's a good time. I can't recommend it enough. So
Love it.
yeah, I like cartoons.
I have to check it out. Skullface Bookseller Honda.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Alright.
it definitely does sound like an anime, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's on Crunchyroll.
Could you imagine picking your kid up from daycare and that's what they're showing on the TV?
Could you imagine picking your kid up from daycare and the daycare person is a skeleton? It's me, Mr. Rattlybones. Here's your kid. It's been bad.
What's his name? Skeletor from like Killer Instinct is in there. Oh no, his name wasn't Skeletor. He was something. He was the pirate skeleton. He's just in there like trying to feed your kid a bottle.
With a hook for a hand.
Take your kid. He just combos your kid to your hand with like 100 punches. Oh god, we had good childhoods.
Oh, I'm dying.
I think. All right, guys. I think it was a good chat.
I'd say so.
It was definitely a chat.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Sorry.
And listen to the story that's getting cut in at the end, because you're not safe anywhere around anyone. Stereotypes aren't real.
Oh god, I can't.
Just put. You remember the story that you were gonna put in at the end that I
Oh, yeah.
went off
Oh, yeah.
on? Yeah.
Actually, Sil, that
that's the
needs to be its
takeaway.
own video. That needs to be its own video.
That does.
I'ma make it-
That does need to be its own video. Okay, hyperlink to the video. Click
Oh, yeah.
the links in the description and like, comment, subscribe for more content.
Smash
Yeah.
that white
Thanks-
button. Yeah.
Thanks for watching Pro Jared.
That guy looks like a real life Mickey Mouse. God. All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Goodbye.
Later.